Hey there everyone, welcome back to FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. This evening we're doing some food plot updates. Right now we're in the upper food plot. We planted Whitetail Institute Imperial Clover. Talked about a little bit of that last time, that we didn't seem to have great, we had pretty good germination but not great survivability. But things have really thickened up here over the past few weeks. I believe this is week 8. And I had also mixed in a bag of beets and greens by Whitetail Institute mixed in with this. Then we gave it a spraying of Rest Max grass killer. We sprayed that. That killed all the grass. So all we's left with is the broadleaf. And you can't spray the broadleaf with the beets and greens and stuff in here. So what I did is I let that broadleaf grow up to about a foot tall. The beets and greens are about 6 inches tall, so I just came down through with a bush hog, set about 6 or 8 inches, knocked the top off all that broadleaf because it's pretty slow growing. Now it's nice and lush out here. All you can see is fresh clover and all those beets and chards and turnips and radishes coming up, mixed in through. I'll walk you around here so you can take a look. Then we'll sneak down to the lower food plot where we planted the soybeans, cowpeas, what do they call that? Power plant. We planted the Whitetail Institute power plant, which is coming along pretty good too for the state of Maine. So I'll just kind of scan you around here, show you what we got going on. We're going to put out a couple game cameras, one on one of our bear baits and another one on the lower food plot, because we're getting a lot of influx of deer tracks in there, and we got to take a look, see what we got coming. So let's take a look. So you can see we're pretty lush and green now. You can see the tire tracks where I came down through with the bush hog, came down through with the tractor. I see that knocked a lot of stuff right flat, but that clover's pretty resilient. You can see right in this tire track here, that clover's going to come right back fine and dandy. Those tire tracks. Probably the beets and greens that we had in the tire tracks won't come back, but they were so thick that these little strips down through here where the tire tracks are, that's just going to, I think that'll be fine. I don't think it's going to bother a whole lot. But you can see the clover came all along pretty good down through here in places, pretty thick. See the tire tracks there. There's a lot of the beets and greens, you can see, mixed in. Right here. Coming all the way down through there. You can see there's still a little bit of broadleaf weeds here and there, but I whacked the top off most of that. That's going to take quite a bit of time to regerminate, so not regerminate, but regenerate up, and that'll give those beets and greens plenty of time to pop up through, grow some bulbs. But you can see all the way down through there, pretty well all filled in except for my tires where I smushed things down yesterday doing the mowing. Alright, we're down to plot number 2 here. This is Whitetail Institute power plant. We've got soybeans, cowpeas, and then we got the sunflower mixed in for a trellis effect for the beans to climb up. I think we're at the 8-week mark for this one as well. No, actually this is 6 weeks. This was 2 weeks behind the upper one. So this is the 6-week mark. And things are coming along pretty good here. Most of the soybeans are up around 12, 14 inches. The sunflowers are up even taller than that. Start to see a little head of flower growing in the center, a lot of them. Before I told you I had left that upper strip not planted because I was going to do something different there, either with a trail or some conceal, but I ended up running out of time to get the conceal up to good height. So I just filled that in with Whitetail Institute Ravish Radish, and those things germinated great. We'll do a little walk through here in a minute. And I'll show you how things are going. Still the furthest corner where it was real sandy soil, and it's a little bit sparse down there in places. And walking across, sometimes you can see some strips where I must have got a little wide when I was running my cedar, and I little lax and seed there between the rows. But Other than that, we had great germination where there was seed. Got very low weed, starting to just get a little bit of grass stuff right at the ground level, inch tall maybe. And give you a little walk around, let you look, see. Gonna reset our trail cameras here and see if we can get any action coming in the food plot. See, it's pretty well filled in out across there. You'll see, like right in front, it looks like that's real barren there, but there's actually still a fair amount of soybeans in through there. But overall, it's filled in pretty good. It's pretty green. See some of this stuff filling out here. Pretty good size. Quite a few deer tracks over here on the other side. Set up a little cage here to measure browsing pressure, but deer densities are so low here that I don't think we're going to be over browsed until the deer settle in here more towards the fall. Generally in the summertime I only carry maybe 3 deer here, generally. And in the fall they'll start stacking in here a little more once they come off their summer feed in the ground. Got some nice sunflowers coming up here, and the cowpeas. Cowpeas here. See right in the center of these, that old flower starting in the middle. But overall, she's pretty well filled in. Across the top here, we have all that Ravish Radish coming along fine. That's still only, I planted that quite a bit later. That's only 3 or 4 inches tall. That'll really bloom out here in another couple weeks. Start putting on some bulbs. See, there's all kinds of that Ravish Radish out through there. A little heavier on the grass up in places, but I don't think it's going to bother too much. But overall, filling in pretty nice. My first time doing anything with soybeans. I'm pretty tickled with it so far.